His best recollection is that this body was interred the day of and the day after Mr. Hoffa disappeared. The timelines don't really add up with that way. There was some alleged bookmaking taking place from this address at the time frame, and the bookmakers allegedly involved with Detroit organized crime. Of course, a lot of people believe that Detroit organized crime had something to do with Mr. Hoffa's disappearance and probably subsequent murder. So that was kind of the nexus to tie the two together. But again, the time frames don't really add up with the time the alleged bookmaker took possession of the home and Mr. Hoffa's disappearance. We had engineers from the State Department of Environmental Quality who did the core sampling for us. They drilled 2 separate samples, drilled down. They took samples down to about 6 feet deep. Those samples were brought up, sealed, and they'll be taken to Michigan State University to be tested for human remains. There was no visible remains that you could see through the tube, but there's obviously groundwater present, so the samples are kind of muddy, and it's kind of hard to distinguish any particulars of any kind in there. And Michigan State's telling us Monday afternoon, Monday evening at the latest, we should have the results of the core sample. This scene will be locked down until we get the results back on the testing, because until then we're going to consider it a crime scene. We have never believed this is Mr. Hoffa from the very beginning. But again, stranger things have happened, so part of me wishes it is Mr. Hoffa, just to bring closure to his family, closure to the hundreds of thousands of Teamsters that idolized him, and closure to the whole Detroit area, because this is the kind of festering wound that just doesn't want to go away. And every few years, we get something like this, and you all come out, and there we are on national news again, kind of being, I don't know, put in an ill light. So it'd be nice to find closure for everybody.